Hey guys, so I just wanted to come on and kind of tell you a bit about me and how I went from being a Christian to being a Muslim. So it all started, I was in an on and off again relationship with my ex partner, the children's father. We was together for about 13 years, never had any kids. And then I got pregnant, and all of a sudden, at this point, I thought that I couldn't have kids, which completely didn't bother me at all. I kind of gotten used to the idea, and I was a bit selfish in my ways. I didn't want to share my life like that with somebody, and didn't want kids at all. And look at me now. But yeah, so their father is a Pakistani Muslim, and he never tried to convert me or anything like that. He was always happy with just me being me. And then I got pregnant, and things were okay, but then as soon as I had Jamal, he wanted him to be raised Muslim, and he told me this. He said, "Look, you're the one that's going to be raising him. I don't live with you. You need to raise him as a Muslim." Now, I never really followed any particular religion. I was christened Church of England, Protestant. Always kind of believed in a God, like in a higher being. I always believed in that, but I didn't believe in any religion. I thought it was all man-made rubbish, to be honest with you. So I thought, well, why not? It's not going to mess with my sensibilities. But it was obviously so important to him. So I started looking into it, and I started reading Quran. And I read this article in the newspaper about a policewoman in Eccles who converted, and she was doing the job wearing a headscarf in kind of a rough area. And the person who she got in touch with, Manzoor Ali, like he helped her with loads of questions and stuff. So I emailed this Manzoor Ali. Oh well, I messaged him on Twitter, I think it was. And I asked him the questions, and he invited me to his house. So I went there. I had food with him and his wife. And we all got to know each other pretty well at that point. It was nice. Like, I felt included. She taught me how to put on the headscarf, and yeah, I wore the headscarf before I became a Muslim, and I thought, if I can do that, then I can do anything. But anyway, he answered all the questions that I had, towards violence and this, that, and the other, and everything that he said made loads of sense. Whereas the only real information that I had about Islam before then was the media, and it was pretty scary. It was like, they beat all the women, and say the wrong thing, you're gonna get stoned to death, and it's not like that at all. Not even close. So yeah, that was like kind of the start. And as I was going through Quran, I was just realizing more and more that my life was already kind of on that path. I didn't really go out. I mean, it's not like you have to stay indoors all the time, but I mean, out clubbing, drinking, partying. I didn't really do all that. I mean, the first time I ever went clubbing was, I think I was 24. I mean, I've been out with my mum clubbing once before that when I was younger, but that's with my mum. I mean, for a night out for me, I think I was about 24. I was a really late bloomer. And at that point, most of the people who went out were younger. And yeah, the scene wasn't really me. I mean, I did it for about a year, but then, I don't know, I'm take it or leave it kind of person. So, the kids are coming down now. And now they've gone back up. I thought it was going to be disturbed. So, yeah, I was on kind of that path anyway. I dressed kind of modestly. I mean, I'd wear vest tops and stuff, but I'd always wear pants. You'd never see me out in shorts or a short skirt, ever, ever, ever. It's not even that I'm paranoid about my body, it's just my style, basically. I actually dress better now that I am a Muslim because I wear other colours. I used to only wear black. I dye my hair black, wear black, proper white. I look like a goth without being a goth. Alright, go play.
I'm not
Jamal.
there.
Go on. Right, go play. Go play. That's 2 times. Go play. Thank you. Gonna stay there all day otherwise. So yeah. How's it? So yeah, I dress better now. I feel like I've got more freedom within my own mind now. And that's not the point that I was making, was it? I've completely lost the track since the boys came down. Yeah, so I was kind of on the path anyway. I didn't go out much. I always dress modestly. I even ate halal food. I mean, the butcher's is cheaper than the supermarket. And we've got loads of halal butchers. I think we've got about 5 or 6 in, a mile radius. But then we don't have any English butchers in that mile radius unless you count going to Tesco or Asda for your cuts of meat. But it's not like a butcher's, it's just pre-packaged. Right, so I ate at the butcher's anyway. I do miss my bacon though. If I walk past someone's house and they've cut bacon, I just want to knock on the door and say, can I lick your plate, please? That's the only thing that I miss. Anyway, so I thought to myself, well, if I'm already living this life, the only thing that I've got to add is wearing the headscarf and doing the prayers. So I thought, right, I might as well just take my Shahada, which is the testimony of faith. I swear that there's only one God and that Prophet Muhammad is, his prophet, his messenger. So, yeah, I did that. But just before I did that, I started wearing the headscarf because I thought if I can wear the headscarf in my own area, which is kind of a rough area, and I grew up here and people are very decided on their opinions. So I thought if I can do it as a non-Muslim in an area like this, then I can do it as a Muslim. Because I kind of, when I get into something, when I throw myself into something, I am tunnel visioned. I become OCD with that something, and not exactly at extreme, but I want to do it to the best of my ability. So yeah, that was the only barrier left stopping me. So I did it, and I kind of enjoyed wearing it. I hated taking it off. And even now, I don't like looking in the mirror without it on because, I don't know, I just feel like I look so much better with it on. Like, I hate my hair, it's so thin and stringy, but with it on you can't tell that. I just look normal. So yeah, that's kind of, it's a bit of a short story really, isn't it? But yeah, I took my Shahada. When I took my Shahada, 2 weeks later I found out I was pregnant. So I was about 8 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, I don't know. I was pregnant anyway. So then life became a bit rough after that. Me and my mum was arguing. She didn't understand the change. I didn't understand how she didn't understand. So we just butt heads. Didn't speak to each other for a while. And I mean, I'm not saying it's her fault for not understanding. It's my fault for not understanding her feelings to not understanding. It was a big, massive change. I literally just had Jamal like the year before, so my body still wasn't right from that. I was still emotional. Then add the hormones to getting pregnant with another child. Then the life-changing thing of changing your religion and having a new whole life practice, really. I mean, you pray you 5 times a day. Your life has got to be routined. Yeah, it's a massive, massive change. Even though I lived the life, it's kind of, I never had a focus before. I never had, like I said, I believed in a higher being. I believed that we was created. But I never had that anchor, whereas this religion gives me an anchor. I used to get depressed, I used to harm myself, I was threatened by the hospital once before that they'd section me if I tried to attempt suicide again. But now, even though I get down and even though I get depressed, I never get to that state. One, because of my children, I'm on my own with them, what would happen? And two, because, I know what's going to happen in the next life. Like, I don't want to live the rest of eternity redoing my suicide all over again. Like, no, it's given me that grounded mind to reason with my emotions and with myself. And yeah, whenever I'm feeling lost or out of control, I will go read Quran or I'll go read Islamic texts. Like, there's a book called Don't Be Sad, and it's got chapters from Quran in it. And it's just like, God never gives you more than you can handle. It's just simple things like that. But when you read it, like, so true. It just puts your whole self into perspective, puts the world into perspective. Yeah, it's been amazing, really, and having the routine of praying, and you feel so much lighter when you do, or I do anyway. I unburden myself and I feel so much better. And then when the times that you don't pray, like when you're on your monthlies, I kind of get a bit down again. Like, I need that same connection. Like, even though you can do normal prayers, but you need the same connection as the ritualistic kind of mandatory prayer. Yeah, so it's been overwhelming, but it's been brilliant at the same time. It really has. I understand myself better. I understand how to be a mother better. And also the fact that I used to go Sunday school, right? And I used to hate when you'd ask a question and you just get told have faith. Are you going to a church and you'd ask the vicar? Whatever. I think I asked about the headscarf once. And he just said to me, goes, well, you don't really have to. You just need to have faith in the text. I'm like, yeah, but the text is saying that you should wear a headscarf. The Bible is saying that you should cover or shave. If you can't cover, then you need to shave. If you can't shave, you need to cover. And then some would go for Old Testament and New Testament, some wouldn't. And I'm like, it's all higgledy-piggledy. I need, bam, there it is. There's your guidelines. Do it. This is why I was going to join the army, because I like that order. I like the structure. I like the routine. I like black and white. I like to know what's what. If I don't, I can't cope. It's like if I vary from my list in day-to-day stuff, I cannot cope. I get all jittery and yeah. Practically going off topic here, right? But yeah, the whole have faith thing didn't work for me with some parts, like the unseen, like angels and afterlife and things like that. Yeah, have faith because you've not been there. How do you know? But have faith with things like that, like normal logical answers, normal logical questions. I need normal logical answers to. And I found that Islam does that. The only things that haven't been answered, even by science, everything is answered by science. Like even the part of the blood clot and how a child is made inside you, basically. And this is in Quran. Like the whole logical answers. I love it. And that swung me around right away. I'm like, yes. There's receipts for all these things that are being said. So yeah, basically, that is, in a nutshell, how I became a Muslim and why I became a Muslim. And even though I am single, which people think is so weird, people are like, oh, did you become a Muslim for a man, for a husband? Actually, no, I've never been married. Never, ever, ever been married. Right? And second of all, I was with him for 13 years before I became Muslim. I looked into it for my child, not for my man. And then they're like, oh, but you're not together anymore, so why are you still a Muslim? Because I did it for me. So it's my relationship with God, not verifying his relationship with God, or My journey, mate, not his journey. I'm going to continue my journey. I don't need to stop my journey because a man is not around. So, yeah. And then the other things that I've been told, right? Walk down my own street, some loony bin shouts, "Go back to your own country." I'm like, wow, never left my own country, mate. It's like, go back to where you come from. I was born 5 miles away. Want me to go back there? I go back there every week, near enough for the market. Like, really? Go through there to get to my mum's house. Go back to where I came from. Probably less right to be here than me. Please. What else do I get? But yeah, I used to get abuse on Facebook. It's one of the reasons why I left Facebook. I get random people who aren't my friends, who aren't friends with my friends, message my page going, "Oh, you're an embarrassment to your ancestors. They fought in the war, and for you to turn around and be like this." I'm like, dude, seriously, my ancestors fought in the Great Wars for us to be whoever we want to be, to have our freedom. Hitler would have taken away our freedom. They fought for our freedom. This is me expressing my freedom. And then the other thing, oh, you need to believe in Jesus. You know, these why is this still? Right, there we go, it froze up on me then. So yeah, you need to believe in Jesus. These Bible bashers that come to your door and this, that, and the other. I'm like, wow, I do believe in Jesus. Do you know that Jesus is mentioned more times in Quran than Prophet Muhammad? Like, really? I think he's even mentioned more times in Quran than is mentioned in the Bible. So it's actually a part of our faith. To be a Muslim, you have to believe in Jesus. You have to love Jesus. He's gonna come back and save us all, you know. Like, even have a chapter in Quran called Maryam, which is the Arabic name for Mary, meaning Jesus' mother. She has her own chapter in Quran. It's like, that's another thing. Oh, why would you go to a faith where they don't appreciate women? Like, women are put on a pedestal, mate. Women are cared for. Like, yeah. You didn't give Mary a part in your Bible. We did. So, yeah, it's things like this that, I mean, even all these questions or all these things that I've had thrown at me that I've just mentioned, I used to think them myself. So I don't blame people for thinking them. But it's when you look into it that you realise, wow, all these assumptions are actually completely wrong and completely misguided. So yeah, I've gone off on a bit of a tangent, but I am very happy with the choice that I've made. Inshallah, God willing, I will always be a Muslim. I will die a Muslim. And my children will always be Muslims. Their children will too. Because I've always believed this. Well, since being Muslim, I've always believed it. But I feel like to be a Muslim, you have to be the best Christian. We have the same rules, we have the same guides, only Islam is a bit more detailed. Like how you pray, how you wash. But everything else is just the same. You have to be good to people, you have to look after people, you have to give charity, you have to pray, you know, you have to believe in one God. It's all the same. So to be a good Muslim, you have to be a good Christian. There's no difference. It's like sibling rivalry. You're both the same, you just have your little eccentricities maybe. So yeah, that is it before I ramble on anymore, because I've rambled on a lot and I feel like 20 minutes in I have been 20 minutes in I have been lucky that the kids have only come down once and they're being quite quiet, so I need to go check on them, yeah, before they flood my house or something. They love playing with water. Alright, thank you for watching. Hope this made sense to you. If you want to put any comments down below, feel free to. I will message you if you want to. My email will be down below. If you don't want to put a comment for the public, or if you want to do it personally, that's fine. Just email me and I will get back to you, and I will always be as honest and as upfront as I can be. The only thing I won't answer is things to do with my ex-partner. We are still friends. I'm not gonna put him on YouTube. I'm not gonna bash anything. I mean, you know, we co-parent the best we can. We do the best we can, and that is about all I'm gonna say, because I believe in privacy. I believe in keeping parts of your life private, and especially the parts that involve other people. I don't have the right to put other people's business out there, even though it's shared business. I don't have the right to do that, and I will not do that. Okay, but anything else, you can feel free to comment or email. Thanks again for watching. Bye.